In today's artwork tutorial, we are going to create Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, which is also known as a cute reindeer based on that because we will be making or we are going to be making a simple and cute basic artwork, and I will guide you through the steps of how is this artwork going to be turned out like. And in today's tutorial we'll be only be using mixed media sheet of paper because unfortunately I don't have the crystal papers with that's suitable for the Sharpie markers, but I also have another inspirational background details of around the reindeer that will turn out that they turn into a dazzling wonderful art creativity. So what are you guys waiting for? Grab the art tools as needed and let's go. So I've zoomed in the camera screen so you can see it closer because I've drawn the reindeer a bit too small because we're gonna put some other details on the space around the reindeer. And let's start with its base skin first of the deer, or perhaps its fur. Yeah, because deer have fur. And we're gonna be using one of the special colors under the groups of Sharpie. So let's use cinnamon latte, which is a nice color and a great color for this cute reindeer. So if you don't have these marker effects like the Sharpie 12 portrait markers, here's the image that I've shown you there on the screen. The link here is in the description down below. So now let's trace the lines first, like so. Okay. Let's be pretty gentle to the marker because sometimes if pressure is over strengthened, then it's going to bleed. So please use the Sharpie marker to color them in wisely. Okay, I think it looks nice. Next, we'll color the dorsal part and the front body part with a light color. So it's in another special color. And today we'll be using creme brulee or creme brulee. And we're not just gonna try to shade the nose. Okay. Let's see how it works. I think it's a nice color that suits to that. Okay, let's be careful with the eye. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So for the other two legs, for those that they have a farther distance than the two front legs, and I think the butterscotch color could possibly suit for this artwork. Or you can either choose the same as we've colored the base color of the fur. However, at least they look pretty good. Next, we'll be coloring the ears and the antlers. And in the meantime, we'll be using a regular color. So let's use this regular brown. Because the other antler is pretty small. So what I need to go for is the ultrafine brown. This helps me to make my artwork look better as how it's gonna look like. And you can also shade it. Nice. I almost forgot to color in the tail. We'll use brown again. I think this looks okay. That's how the cute reindeer's tail look like. Next, we'll be coloring in his feet, which I have the Black Forest Gato color. And it's another Sharpie portrait markers in that group. Because like what I've said it, if you don't have it yet, then here I've had a link here in the description down below. So the shapes part of his feet, they look really tiny. So let's be careful when we go over with them. Just do it very lightly and slow as you go. Okay. And there's one last thing we haven't colored it in. So let's color Rudolph's nose red, just like from the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have it here. So if I'm about to create a little reflection of Rudolph's nose, I just don't want to fully shade it all the way through. What I need is, at first, I'll be grabbing the red Sharpie ultrafine marker. And first of all, I'm going to uncolor Rudolph's nose so that it'll be easier. I'll be leaving a little white gap for Rudolph's nose. I guess it looks fantastic. Therefore, we will outline the reindeer, and we'll be using black for the reindeer's body, except the antlers, of course. And I'm also gonna be outlining his head part, just to know that it will look nice, and as well as the back legs of the deer. And then let's color in the eye. Let's shade it. Okay, and we'll be using brown for the other antler, just in case. We're all done for the reindeer, but we're not quite done yet. There's still some details to color around the reindeer. Now we will be coloring the ground under the reindeer. And because since that we've been using quite a lot of strokes there, that we've colored Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So now what I would like to do is we'll be using the other colors there from the other art tool, and I'll grab out the color. I think I might be using the blue moon, which is a very light blue color there that we could color for the snow. The snow's for reflection because I know snow is white, so I might need to be using a bit of a color by any chance. Yeah. Or you can grab either any of the very light blue colors that's similar to this, or you can just omit that out and show it off as your final artwork. We're just gonna outline. Okay, so now what we'll be doing is we're gonna create a reflection for under the reindeer right here on the ground. So we'll be using a medium-sized water brush pen. So if you have one that has the similar tip, and so what we'll do is I'm gonna squeeze it in, and let's be careful. We're not gonna try to make a little blob, or else we might simply make a waste. And we're just gonna fill in till we get there to the bottom. I think it looks slightly okay right now. And finally, we will be adding an effect right there on the background of the reindeer. I think Rudolph will like it. So anyhow, I'll be going with these two colors, the bright light red and the bright light green. So these two types, and I think that my artwork will look as beautiful as how it looks. And we're done for this tutorial, because I know your artwork will turn out pretty cute. However, it took me time to work on some parts of the artwork. Anyways, your artwork will still look pretty normal, that I can't wait to get to see your finished artworks of exactly as what we have been doing in this tutorial. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you next time for the next tutorial.